Hello, my name is Greg Benevent, and once again, I'm very happy to be joined by Belal Hamideh. Bilal, how you doing today?
I'm great as ever, Greg. How are you doing?
I'm good too. I'm good too. I'm very glad to be here. We can get right into it. There's some questions that the people asked you here. The first one is a question I myself have wondered quite a bit. How long does it take to win a personal injury lawsuit?
All right, so when you make a personal injury claim, you usually start off with a regular insurance claim, and you can try to settle that case without the need of a lawsuit.
Hmm.
So you can sign a release of claims before filing a lawsuit and get the case resolved. Before 2 years after your injury, you must, however, start a lawsuit if your case has not been settled. During the lawsuit, the case can settle at any time. It can settle the day after you file the lawsuit, just whenever the other side wants to come to the table to make a reasonable offer. And the ultimate end of the case would be the trial date that you are provided. So when you file a personal injury lawsuit, the court sends you a trial date, usually 1.5 years after the filing date, and that would be the ultimate end of the personal injury lawsuit. But it doesn't
Hmm.
necessarily have to go to trial.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm glad you said that about the 2 year thing. If you're wondering about should I, reach out to an attorney, you absolutely should within that time. And I think that leads into the second question that someone asked. Are personal injury lawyers worth it?
If you hire a personal injury attorney, the general structure when you're asking about worth, you have to know what the cost is. We work on a contingency fee basis, which means that we don't charge unless we win your case. If we don't get you money, either by settlement or a judgment, then we don't charge you anything. I can tell you that people who have tried to settle their case on their own and were unhappy with the offers the insurance company was making to them, I was able to net them more money. So in my experience, personal injury attorneys definitely will increase the net money that the client puts in their pocket.
That makes a lot of sense. When someone's been through an injury, the last thing you want to do is leave money on the table. The next question kind of follows from that is what kind of cases do personal injury lawyers handle?
So a personal injury is an injury that occurs through the fault of a third party. It can be a car crash where a stranger rear ends or T-bones you. It can be a slip and fall where a store owner or manager is not keeping the store safe for clients and customers. It could be a medical malpractice where you're suing the doctor or medical entity facility for their negligence. It could be a product defect case where the negligent or defective design or manufacturing of a product causes injuries to you. It could
Hmm.
be a dog bite case where a dog bites you and it's through the negligence of the dog owner, and you would
Hmm.
basically be able to recover through homeowners insurance. So anytime that someone gets hurt and it's through the fault of a third party, then that would classify as a personal injury case.
Really is a wide range of different injuries that come under this heading. The fourth question, it seems kind of, is going to highlight a lot of that, which is what can you sue for in a personal injury case?
So there's two type of damages in a personal injury case. The first type of damage is called a special damage.
Hmm.
Those are medical bills and loss of earnings.
Hmm.
They're called special damages because you can actually calculate those damage. I mean, if your medical bills were $100,000 because you went to 4 different or 5 different facilities, you can just add up the medical bills. If you
Hmm.
missed 2.5 to 3 months of work and you made $300 or $400 a week, you can calculate those special damages. So that's the first type of damage in a personal injury case.
Hmm.
The second type of damage in a personal injury case is called a general damage. A
Hmm.
general damage is a damage that you cannot just calculate with a calculator.
Hmm.
They're pain and suffering damages. What is it worth to a person? What would you have to pay that person to go through the pain that they're going through? So that's a case by case basis, and it really just depends on the person and the injuries and the effect it had on their life. So the total of the special damages and the general damages is what the case is worth.
Wow, there really is a lot involved with that. Thank you for saying that. Those are all of the questions that were sent in this week. Is there anything that you would like to add to tell the people?
I'll just like to, continue to thank people for sending their questions in. I'm hoping that we're bringing value and providing satisfactory responses to those people and to the general public. I would like to encourage people to send questions in to us either through our social media pages, our Belal Hamideh Law Facebook page, our Belal Hamideh Law Firm Instagram page, our Twitter page. Pretty easy to find us, hopefully, on social media, and you can send us a direct message with your question. We'll store the question and make sure to respond to it in our next podcast. And I'd like to thank everyone for joining in, and God bless.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Have a good night.